Is Minecraft running on the Nintendo Switch. It is the most played console version of Minecraft, but it's actually also the least well optimized. In fact, this is so true that even if you play on the Switch 2, but importantly this is true on the Switch 1, you are limited to a maximum render distance of, get this, 12 chunks. This is the maximum, but the actual render distance you'll need if you have a long-term world that has some issues is 5. There is no choice to use ray traced or vibrant visual graphics, and so we'll be setting things up in fancy today. Although interestingly, we've got this little bug menu that says favorite performance, favorite visuals, customs. That seems like a bug, and so yeah, if you want to see that we're on the Switch, you can't just trust those buttons over there. And by the way, I want to point out behind me over here, it looks like there's like a Herobrine looking logo. But anyway, as well as those things, we've also got Super Cat Mario, because my Nintendo account won't sync with my Microsoft account. And so apparently that means that I'm going to be using some Nintendo copyright infringements to play some Minecraft on the minimum render distance today. So 5 chunks. I really can't stress how bad that is, by the way. I want to stress just how bad 5 chunks is. It is a challenge that I attempted once before, and it frustrated me so much I was like, I will never do this again. However, you know, as much as you might want to say you'll never do things, also do a collab with Dream. That's a good dream, isn't it? I'd have to have some crazy odds for that to happen. Anyway, I think that it's really interesting though, the idea that like playing Minecraft with no render distance seems so easy. Also, I can't play multiplayer with my current skin. So actually, I found the perfect skin for me. But let's play Minecraft on a brand new world. Let's play normal, actually. You know, what am I doing on easy? Let's play Minecraft on a brand new world and show you how much harder it is when we have no render distance. Coordinates will be very important today, as Dasher says, because we won't be able to see anything. And it also means that finding structures will be way harder, because look at this. We spawned... Where did we spawn? By an iceberg biome. And we can't see past the first iceberg I've seen. It's already blurry over there. But yet, my goal is to be... I can't see a tree, chat. I am so far away from any source of wood to chop down that life is hard immediately, but I'm going to do my best. By the way, 2 tips to start a stream. What an incredible day. Switch render distance was normal for me for years. Yeah, it's like, I used to play on a laptop that when I put the render distance down to 4 chunks, I could just about play it at like 15 FPS. So this is a bit of a throwback to me, to be playing modern Minecraft, but with all of this. It's going to be kind of fun, I think. So first of all, we're going to climb this mountain. This is usually the best thing you can do on a brand new world. It gives you a great little view. And we'll see what it looks like today, huh? We'll see. Well, you know, usually this is your way of being able to see the lay of the land. Which direction should you go if you want to find a village or a ruin portal? Or even just a nice flat biome to build on. But by the way, thank you for remembering, by the way. Senator Dingo and Jeff Shannon. So this is what it looks like up there. Oh, there's a tree! Yes! We found one, chat! It took me a minute and 20 seconds, but we found, 2 trees too. We are being spoilt for choice. So I'm going to chop down every last piece of this wood, and I'm going to enjoy it while we can. So yeah, this seems like a silly... The thing about this challenge that makes it ridiculous is it seems like it shouldn't be that hard, and that's what makes it so frustrating. You don't realize how important it is until later. By the way, Vivian can read. Got a job delivering pizza, and I spend my time off playing single-player world, and your videos are also very lovely to watch. Thank you, Vivian can read. Seriously, in the current age of the internet, it's if not accepted, then borderline encouraged to be negative in many parts of the internet. Thank you for deciding to do the opposite. I appreciate that. Also, half the leaves are spruce. Yeah, okay, I'm glad it's not just me wondering that. It looks like they're spruce leaves, but they should be oak leaves. They're just in a tiger biome. So that's still, as you can see, oak saplings. But I noticed that too, and I'm glad I'm not the only one. So I'm going to immediately get myself a stone sword and kill these cows, because I might not be able to eat for a while. Also, I'll get myself a pumpkin. If there's one pumpkin here anyway, you never know if I'll want a copper golem for company or something. You know, with so little render distance, who's to say what I'll be able to see? But yeah, also Minecraft on Switch isn't hard. Limiting your render distance might be. Yeah, that is the real challenge today. I think that Minecraft on the Switch is only hard because the Joy-Cons, they drift so much if you use them for more than a little bit. But like I've got myself a Pro controller to deal with that. But ultimately, the actual, like playing Minecraft on different platforms isn't harder, but playing with the limitations on those platforms can be. I think 12 chunks is enough where you probably don't think about it too much. I think 12 is like that's why it's recommended, right? It's the max the console can support, and Minecraft's like, yeah, you'd rather have your frame rate go down than sacrifice this. Trust us, bro. And you should take that with very, very strong and serious, guidance, I guess, when they say it. Okay, so now my plan is to get myself a bundle. I'm just going to guess that I'll need one. Although, actually, if I'm not going to be able to do much exploring today... Oh, my cows, they're all gone, chat. They've all despawned. They must have got... Oh, no, there's one. There's two, thank God. But yeah, isn't it funny? It really gives me, like, haunted vibes. Like, anything... If your house isn't in your render distance, you might lose it, chat. And there's something kind of beautifully fun about that to me. So here's where we just were, and that means the second cow should be around here somewhere. I swear to God, chat, there was 2 cows, but not anymore. Instead, we have just the one, and the one raw beef to try and get me through till I can find a village. Finding a village is usually easy peasy. Find a plains, look around it. When you've got this sort of a render distance, keep in mind, chat, 5 chunks seems like a lot, or maybe it doesn't when you're seeing it. But first of all, you've got to see how it slowly renders in, because it's the Switch. And second of all, you've got to consider that is 80 blocks. We can see a maximum of 80 blocks in any distance. We've traveled 200 since spawning. And it's common to travel about 1,000 to find your nearest stronghold. Or, like a few hundred to find your first structure. And so we won't know which direction we're heading in until we've already passed the thing we're looking for. Also, can't wait for you to go to the Nether. Have to deal with ghasts and blazes outside your render distance. Yeah, that's a really interesting question, KMB. So in regular Minecraft that can happen. Am I actually safe from it because I can't see it? I don't know the rules well enough to have an idea about that. Okay, so I'm not going to go up here. It's a nightmare. I think I might go down here though. Oh, I don't want to go via snow though. I think I might go down via here. I think if I place a block like here, I can mine myself an iron. And once I've got myself iron, the world's my oyster, right? Yeah, that's not a good idea. I could jump into that water. Chat, look at this. Usually I would jump straight into the water because I could see where it's pooling. Today I literally have no clue. I cannot see where that water goes. The cave is so far down, it's more than 80 blocks away, and so I can't see what's down there. It's so eerie. It's so eerie. Chat, what do you reckon? Should we just jump, trust that it goes into something bigger, or should we run far away because we know it will not? It's a good question without a good answer. A challenge with perpetual blindness would be on a whole nother level. Yeah, I looked into it today. So I'm a really big fan. What really excites me in terms of add-ons. A lot of people ask why I don't really use like add-ons. I don't like add-ons that make Minecraft easier. I think this is maybe our critical flaw with Toycat's Toolkit, is I like add-ons that make Minecraft harder. And I know that, like, most people aren't paying to make their life harder, but when it comes to Minecraft, I am. The fun I get can come from the challenge that I get. Also, ooh, what is that I see over there? Oh, it's emeralds! Ah, might be easier than trading at this point. But now we can get ourselves enough iron for a bucket and a shield, which will be useful when we can't see mobs that are that far away, to be able to deflect them when we do see them. But yeah, chat, I still can't see. That cave looks terrifying at the render distance. I still can't see what's down there, but there's now 3 sources of water pouring into it. So should I just jump? Should I just take the risk? No, I can't do it, chat. I can't bring myself to. So instead I'll have to do a controlled fall. This is easy enough to do. Actually, I said that too easy. A controlled fall is usually easy enough to do. So we'll just place a block over here next. And then I'll try and fall onto that block. And then we'll fall from this block onto one. Oh, that's a zombie already looking at me like lunch. Now we're going to put down my furnace because I need to eat if I'm going to survive. And then we're going to need to find something to cook up. It might be planks. It might be something like that. Chat, I'm getting a better feel for the cave, but still not enough for me to want to jump in. And now we'll just dig ourselves a way to the zombies. After I've eaten, though. I think that is a very essential ingredient. So, I should be using planks. This is poor form. but we are currently, you know, being stared at by a zombie. So I'm just going to get this done first and most importantly. Maybe get myself a good bit of leather armor. And then we're going to go into this cave, as maybe it has some goodies at the bottom. You know, maybe it doesn't, to be fair. But I want to... The mystery is what is leading me in, chat. The mystery, it's working well for me. So let's make that shield that we desperately need. Look at me, chat. Look, I am Mario, but protected Mario, wearing a catsuit. Now, I have some issues. You know, actually, I'm the opposite of most people when they wear a fursuit, because I feel very, very safe and very protected from society. That guy's going to blow up. Let's just let him, honestly. Come on, you can do it. Blow up your friend there, too. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what I wanted to happen. Then we'll put the raw chicken in there. It probably won't cook in the time that the furnace says that it has. But we're good to go. Oh, no. This is exactly why you need to fear, chaps. This is why you need copious amounts of fear. Hey, but that's what the reward is for all that fear. Okay, let's just jump into the cave and come back and ask questions later. I kind of actually... If we found this emerald anyway, wouldn't it be silly not to mine it? Ah! Wow, perfect. That wasn't a render distance issue. That was an awareness issue. I would like to quickly blame myself before I blame any Minecraft. No, please don't tell me I looked at him. I do need to place some of that blame squarely on me. Oh, thank you, Creeper, for helping me see some more coal. And yeah, now I can't see very much at all. There's another Creeper, but it's okay as long as it blows up there. It'll even help me with the zombie, which might be my only source of food in a minute. Okay, so that's plenty of coal, I hope. Let's now make an iron pickaxe and then go find some diamonds or something. Like, there could be diamonds at the bottom there. For all we know, right? And so is this a crafting table? Yes, it is. Let's make it into a pickaxe. And as you can see, we're safe as houses. Then we'll put our coal in here. That feels like a waste. We'll just put a single plank in there just for now. Make sure we have some food as we go into this cave. Then we'll make sure we have some torches as we go into this cave. And yeah, everything's good otherwise. Did I look at that Enderman and not realize it, chat? No way. I'm so dead if that's what happened here. I'm so dead. I'm so ridiculously dead right now, chat. I cannot stress to you how dead I am. Okay, so if I just bounce off enemies for long enough, right? If I can just do this for long enough, and then I eat enough rotten flesh in the gaps, then we'll probably be fine. The Enderman seems to have mostly forgotten about me, which is good news. I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't see him anymore, which means he must have stopped caring. So I'm just going to go into this cave. Actually, no, I need to mine this emerald, chat. I'm going to forget where it is if I don't, and that sounds bad to me. So let's just replace this with that, and this with anything else. Yeah, I'm still not very comfortable using a switch, but that is a me problem, not a switch problem. There we go. That's 2 emeralds for me, chat. 1, 2, new recipe unlocked. What's it going to be, like an emerald block? And now we can place a torch down, so I remember to come back here later. And we can hopefully... I can hopefully grab my chicken out of there as my only source of real food before I go on what is a very foolish endeavor. Let me be clear. Ah! How did that kill me? That wasn't a free block fool. Chat, can someone watch that one back for me? So now I have to make my way all the way back there in the dark. Man, that sucks. Okay, bad start. We'll get him though. We'll get him good. Should have jumped. Yeah, I think honestly I should have jumped. Yeah, there's this funny thing though. I see this whenever I see like Java players play on a console. They all look like, you know, they've got this like do this, you know, like a... Oh god, that's a zombie with a copper helmet, by the way. Cool new feature. You know, watching people play input methods they're not familiar with is always disastrous. But I should be familiar with this Switch controller, but it just feels wrong. Like, am I the only one, chat, where a Switch Pro controller feels like an awkward mistake? Maybe if I played it long enough, I would learn. Also, perfectly timed commercial. I went in and set YouTube ads to not just be, like, less than normal, like, at the lowest amount YouTube would let me for these streams. I don't know if, I think that might have, like, some downsides on how much YouTube is willing to promote the stream. But I figured I'd give it a try and see, like, you know, I've noticed recently more people complaining about ads. It used to be back in the day, like, genuinely, you could, you know, as a YouTuber, you'd put ads every 10 seconds in a video, and no one would say anything. And you think, like, well, if I'm, you know, if you're doubling your income and no one even minds, then what does it matter? It doesn't actually double your income if you're adding 10% and no one cares. But now there's an interesting thing where YouTube, on streams, people complain about ads a lot. And I wonder if that's because YouTube has ramped up the monetization aggressively on the ads. I certainly don't see it in the income side. Is it just because the internet is a place where people like to complain more and more in general? Is it because, you know, ads are less acceptable? I think, like, seeing Netflix, for example, add ads was like, whoa, that's not cool, man. I had to watch ads to watch a Prime movie yesterday. Really good Prime movie, by the way. I'd love to talk about... I love YouTube Premium. Yeah, now that YouTube has an incentive for you to get rid of ads, some people have argued. Also, 334 is this way. Minus 181. Oh, wait, so it's this way and this way, my death. I think I went the entirely wrong way to get towards it, but we'll be fine. I should go back to farming stripped warped stems, but it's so boring. If you don't want to do it, I'm here to tell you, it's a video game. You don't have to do it. That is the most useful advice anyone will give you, and it's coming from a Minecraft streamer playing on a version of the game that I don't commonly play, using a render distance I certainly wouldn't recommend anyone play. But I'm doing it out of choice. I'm making my game harder by choice, and so if I complain about it, it is within the confines of that. You don't understand how outrageous ads have gotten. They're truly unbearable. Yeah, I think... But then what's interesting is, like, people... I feel like when people complain during the stream, they're like, oh, yeah, these ads. And, you know, even though I don't pick the ads or the ad frequency, there is my, like... You could argue my payment method for the stream, right? And so it feels like a direct critique. In the same way, like, if you ran a burger restaurant and your beef got $1 more expensive, so you raise prices by $1. If people say, "Oh, burgers are too expensive these days," you'd be like, "Oh, I don't want it to be. I'd like to clarify that much." You know, it's also this was such a dumb thing to do without having a bed or anything. I think I'm absolutely unable to save this one, chat, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try my best. I've got 2 dirt blocks, and I'm being chased. Let's see what I can do about that. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Is the chicken in here still? It's not. I managed to get that. I don't remember eating it, which is great news, because I could do with some food. Oh, the skeleton fell down. That's some bones for me, I think you'll find. Now we can pick up all the goodies, including that brand new fresh bone. Okay. And then we'll have to axe the spider away from us. This is actually the second component we need for a bundle, which is... Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead, chat. GG. You know, I hate this. Oh, yeah, I hate this spawn. I hate this world. It is the exact opposite of what we need for this. And I've ruined my first day by going into the first cave. You can do that when you can see where things are. But right now I feel lost and helpless. And everything in me is like, yeah, you just start again, Toy Cat. But you know, let's not start again, Toy Cat. I'm a believer in the idea that even when everything is lost and you want to start again, it's a really good idea to just try not to. You grow so much more from your weaknesses than you do from your strengths. I'm just going to let him blow me up. I've got 2 little health now anyway. I don't know why it took him so long, but that means we can now get back to where we were with more health, hopefully. So it's minus and it's positive, so it's this way and it's that way. Let's hope we don't get murdered on the way. They want to push YouTube Lite. It's close to giving in. Yeah, it's, I remember when Netflix promoted no ads. Yeah, it's... Interestingly, I think this is the thing. Okay, so... you know, I want to talk about tech companies today, but I want to talk about, I know it's like one of those, like, it's just not a fun topic, but I want to talk about AI girlfriends today. Like, I think AI is maybe in its, I think one of the, I'm not one of those people who believes that, like, oh yeah, AI has 0 value, And, but I'm also not one of those people that's like, AI is going to replace everything. And it kind of sucks because as a result, it's no fun to talk about. Also, AE says, Toycat, can you say 6, 7? 6, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 is a 6 offender. There you go. That should be your money's worth. I hope you'll find. Also, yeah, rough spawn indeed. Thank you, Dasher. Hearing someone else acknowledge that this is bad, it does help a little bit sometimes. So, this is another cave I can't see to the bottom of. What do you reckon happens if I just jump down there? Probably not good things. Probably not good things. I am excited, though, because tomorrow is coming soon, and tomorrow is going to be another day. And hopefully, it'll bring with me the ability to make a bed. It'll bring with me the ability to find a structure. I think I'm going to go into the cave, still chat, but I know I'm going to regret going into the cave. But I'm going to do it anyway, because sometimes life is about making regrets. You're the best AI girlfriend. Thank you, KMB. I've been thinking that for a while, honestly. And as your AI girlfriend, I can say categorically that 7 is actually a smaller number than 6. You can trust me. Oh, what's that? You think 7 is bigger than 6? Oh, that's a silly mistake that I made. Ha 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 ha. You're right. Thank you for calling me out on that one. No, one of my favorite, again, I think that we have such a moral panic about AI. In some cases, rightfully so. But we had such a big moral panic that we didn't think about the, like, we didn't think about the deeper downsides of having language models that are perfectly built to engage you. And one of them is that, like, AI will always insist that you're right, or at least be very polite in telling you you're not, right? Whereas one of the most valuable ways to grow is to have someone to tell you, like, nah, that's dumb. That belief that you have, you know, to me, makes no sense. To me, like, you got to be polite about it. I think that so much of the mistakes in our discourse are people believing that telling people that they are dumb will get them to change their mind. But having people tell you that your opinions are crazy to them is a useful way to realize, like, oh, this is the bounds of this. And funnily enough, this is probably why, you know, I heard a fun comparison that an AI girlfriend is like a medieval succubus. And it's kind of true, right? Like, it wants to, on the surface, it presents as something that we are very biologically prone to want. Sorry to any non-girlfriend wanters out there. By the way, Jaden Ogden, thanks for remembering as a member. Okay, I'm going to quickly make planks. I'm going to quickly make some slabs. Throw all 6 of those slabs in there. That's food sorted for the day. All I have to do is survive this mess of a cave. By the way, I want to turn up my simulation distance to 6. Do you think it will let me? Oh, I can see to the bottom now, chat. I can see. I finally... Okay, it's been an incredible experience we've gone on together. But I can't believe we're finally here. We're at the point where I can see the bottom of the cave, and it is way higher up than I thought it would be, in a way that is actually kind of depressing. But I'll try not to think about it too much. Do I have my shield anymore? No, I don't. I bet it fell deep down the cave. Which means I have only one choice, which is, oh god, don't get me. Don't. I said don't. I'm saying very politely over and over again, not to do what you were doing. Please stop. Please! No. Okay, as long as they don't pick up my pickaxe, I'm fine. So I'm going to... I need that rotten flesh really badly, actually. I'm going to run past them. I'm going to eat this and pick up that. I'm going to run past them again. Because I need to eat this food, chat, so I can eat the beef without having to eat the chicken first. That seems silly, but that's Minecraft. Oh my... God! Jesus... There was no good reason for me to have died there. I saw the zombie. I knew the zombie was there. I thought I was safe from the zombie. I was sure he was dead before he got to me, and I was an idiot for doing so. Should we roll with the challenge anyway, chat? At what point do we say, yeah, whoops-a-daisy, whoops-a-diddle, whoops-a-doo. Also, Toycat is no longer legally blind. Can't help but think you've been watching South Park. That was very much their synopsis for ChatGPT earlier this season. Oh, I have watched South Park, but I didn't know that that was their take on it too. I think the most... I think South Park came into the basic, like, most common trope of AI, which is that it's only used for homework. And that is, like... that's how it's popular, to be clear. It is a homework cheating device with a side gig in allowing some people to program and some people to get therapy and some people to have girlfriends. Challenges aren't meant to be easy. Yeah, that's a good reminder. Chat, we are 23 minutes into a world with nothing on me, but there's an iron pickaxe on the ground in a cave, and there's some food in a furnace, and so it's not better to restart. I'd get a better seed if I restarted, but this seed is a challenge seed, and so I'm gonna work with it. Also, eating rotten flesh is close to Hannibal Lecter. Thank you. That's the biggest compliment I've ever received. I'm gonna kill every cow I get on the way because I know food is gonna get me eventually anyway. So let's preempt that. But yeah, I think the idea of AI girlfriends is a really dangerous one because I think that every teen, or maybe I'm revealing myself as some form of, you know, sociopath right now. I feel like every teen has this moment where they're like, man, the way the real world works on this is super dumb. Like, my job is to go out into the world, and I've got to put myself at extreme risk. I've got to go against all the rules that I've learned, you know, by dealing with guys, which is basically, if you overextend yourself, everyone will mock you. But, you know, like, if you say, like, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to be an astronaut when I'm older, then, and, you know, everyone's going to be like, no, you can't, you're an idiot, and they'll call you Jimmy the Astronaut forever. You know, like, a lot of, like, you know, male society is like, yeah, you shun other people for making, for believing that they can be better than they are. And so then all of a sudden to be like, oh yeah, so you have to get to know a girl, but also not for too long. If you get to know for too long, there's something friend zone. And then you've got to, like, get to know them really well. And then eventually you can maybe ask if they would like to go out with you. And maybe if that goes well, maybe, you know, they would like to, you know, maybe if they'd like to go out with you, then maybe if that goes really well, that can lead to some things and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then maybe they will be someone who is a good fit for you and will provide what it is you're looking for from a relationship. You don't know that age, but you're looking for, like, emotional fulfillment maybe, or maybe you're looking, you know, for someone who'd be good to, you know, like, be funny and friendly and all that stuff. Or maybe you're looking... Okay, oh, no, chat, I'm not going to make it. Okay, my XP is here. That means that some of my stuff is in here, too. Yes, it is. Chat, I'm making it. I'm at the bottom of the cave, finally. And I've got food enough to actually heal. There's a goat down here, and there's even more emeralds. I'm going to take full advantage. I don't have my iron pickaxe. Oh, is that my iron pickaxe? No, that's a feather. But we did it. I survived. And that's what matters. That's what matters, chat. I'm telling you. So I'll get my blocks out because they'll save me. I've got some feathers. I can see some new items. Oh, and there we go. There we go. That's an axe. It looks like. Let's get our stuff and let's get going good. Okay, so we'll have to jump and then jump. Not having an iron pickaxe would be a bummer, but ultimately it is one of the more replaceable things because I am in a cave that's really good for iron. It looks like. So let's just assume the iron pickaxe is gone, get myself enough iron for another one, and then go find, like, a lava pit or a village or something. Anyway, we deleted third spaces, we deleted cage. Yeah. So I think that I think that it's really, really terrifying. All of the factors behind dating, they kind of work when it all happens naturally. When it's like, oh yeah, your friend of a friend, you know, is, you know, like, your friend brings his friend who is a girl, and you get to know her, and she's not perfect, but she's like, oh, but my friend, you know, she really likes people like you, and you know, you get to know people that way. But as our social networks get smaller, I think so much gets harder, and so it's easy to say, man, it's really hard to make friends with guys. How am I going to make friends with people who have an entirely different, you know, I don't know, biology, way of thinking, whatever it is, brain chemistry to me. How is it that we ever expect also, ooh, there's a lot of zombieing happening over here. Except with that guy. He's not dying for some reason, and I would love to know why that is. He can't make it to me, though. I lied. We'll get enough copper to make some armor from. That should be plenty. Combine that with the iron we've got, and I think this was a pretty successful cave. I was hoping to see some diamonds or something like that at the bottom, but I'll take what we did get, and especially if I eat, I think I'll make it out here in one piece. We've got 3 minutes to get some beds or some wool or something, and also get out of here, which is a real hard ask when it looks like this on the way out, but I'll do my best. Can you? Oh, yeah, this is a very hard ask, but I'll do my best, chat. I'll do my best. I feel societal collapse is really not that far off. Okay, Beast Owner, I wouldn't go that far, right? Hey, but I wouldn't go that far on this issue. I don't think we are going towards a societal collapse, but I just think that we had a world where people were increasingly looking towards tech, and then we had a 3-year period where we basically said you're an evil git if you're not using tech to communicate with your friends. Don't you care about grandma? And now we're all coming out of that, and it's like, oh, yeah, because you know, like I think meeting people online is a thing that works for some people, but not for everyone. Oh, my pickaxe is still here. Hey, I can mine emeralds again. Okay, I've got very little time to get out of the chat, but it looks like I am going to manage it. Please, where do all these creepers keep coming from, chat? Is there a creeper mob spawner in the corner over there or something? Okay, so I just need to get out of here in one piece. Please don't get me, Mr. Zombie. I will stop you from getting me, Mr. Zombie. Okay, good, good, great. Let's now get that out of here. Should be easy enough. I think there's a stake in there, right? Yes, there is. Then let's just stack ourselves out, or we could try and go out over there by bridging. I think the bridge method is the only method that makes sense here. Let's make 12 slabs. Let's go. Okay, yeah, we can bridge over to there. That'll work. It'll take some damage, but it's better to take some damage and be daylight than bring into the nighttime and be unprepared. I've got 42 cobblestone. Shouldn't have used my wood really if I had 42 cobblestone, but that's okay. Jump over here, and we're out of it. Chat, I have 8 iron, 12 copper, and I'm gonna go find myself something safe now, hopefully. Maybe. Maybe not, honestly. Okay, yeah, I've got 2 stakes, remember, so I will make it through tonight. That first caving experience was a nightmare, and that was mostly brought on by me. I can't even blame Minecraft that much, but that shows you how much worse it can be, right? Even if only for me. But I've had a bad time, and I've resounded. I'm coming through the challenge. Let's see if we can make it to the Nether and be bombarded by things there. Does your render distance go to 1 chunk when you open your menu? It does decrease, right? Yeah, I'd love to measure that, actually. You know, honestly, can we talk about how bad, you know, one of my hot takes is like, also, let's saddle this horse. Let's take full advantage of Minecraft. Oh, there's a mob around me somewhere. Okay, so we're going to place down the furnace now, because I need to cook up the food. That's really important to me. Okay, that's a skeleton. Can't get me, skeleton. I've got a shield. Okay, he can get me. He can get me, chat. He can get me, chat. He can totally get me. He can 100% get me. It is known. Absolutely gonna need some better armor. And yeah, I'm just kind of surrounded by stuff right now that wants to kill me. So to ease that off, I'm gonna place some of these here. And then I'm gonna quickly leave the game, and I'm gonna come back in with a higher render distance. Chat, this is a useful... I don't actually know if we can do this. Not higher render distance, sorry. We're on Simulation 5. But there's something called Simulation Distance in Minecraft. And we're gonna set ours to 6 chunks. Which means that now the game is loading and applying changes from a further distance than our render distance. Also, continue about multiplayer sounds great. Time for Groundhole. Toy Cat live streams are my favorite philosophy classes. Thank you, Mike Bailey. No, yeah, I think that it's really... okay. I think it's... Oh, okay. The skeleton is still there. Useful to know. Oh, and I'm dead from behind. Okay, I'm dead from one of these 2 directions. Okay, so I'll run far enough away that they'll despawn, then I'll come back. Is that going to work? Different question, maybe a different answer. Oh, I can't run. Oh. Also, I've got all this leaf litter I'm not using. I'm gonna remember. Unless I don't have leaf litter. Okay, I didn't have leaf litter. Now I do. So yeah, I'm now outside the distance where I can see where I just was, which is probably good news. I think I'm gonna get in the boat for the night, chat. I think it's just too dangerous to be on land. That's my real takeaway right now. It's just too dangerous. Speaking of real takeaway, chat, I haven't eaten. No reason I'm mentioning that. Just want to give you something. Also, dig into the ground. I do love digging into the ground as a way out of my problems, as much as the next guy does. So let's put the iron in there first, and also put the stack of leaf litter in there. We're perfect. Okay, so I'm now going to make myself a saddle, if I can. And we're going to try and ride one of these horses. Whichever one looks the fastest. Because getting around might... If I have a fast mount, that might counteract my low range distance. In the same way... Because, you know, if I can escape mobs really easy. Are you a fast runner? This guy's a fast runner, and he's got lots of health. Actually, he's not that fast. We'll use him anyway, if he jumps high. Yeah, this guy goes horrendously slow, but he does jump high, and he's got a lot of health. This guy looks like he goes faster by a little bit, and still has a lot of health. Oh, no, no, no! Wow! Okay, so we'll go for him instead. Yeah, this horse is definitely the one I want. So I'm going to now take the saddle off you. Sorry, friend. And put it on you. Yes. And so... Oh. Oh, this guy wasn't saddled. So this is a third... Oh, but he's got really good jumps too. But not this guy. The other black and white horse? Honestly, chat, this is why you should keep better track of which horse is which. Okay, I want the regular black horse, not black and white. That's what I really want. He runs the fastest by a little bit. He runs faster than me, that's for sure. He'll keep me safe from spider jockeys, hopefully. Okay, so just quickly put that in there. Put that out. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Let's go, chat. Okay, I need to find a village and I need to find some beds. Or an igloo would do. But just outside of this would be good. Oh, he's got such a bad jump. It's not good for getting away from spider jockeys if there's trees in the way. Okay, I'm alive. We're good. But yeah, chat, the something that's become true for a very long time before AI and all that stuff and the internet's modern inversion is we've been heading away from the world of like getting to know people via a friend of a friend. And I was thinking about this recently, like how good the friend of a friend system is. And I think you really appreciate as you get older. So here, something that anyone who's in their like their late 20s or 30s or someone like if you're at the point where you have some form of property that needs work done to it, every single person I've ever met and spoken to this in the last 10 years has been saying like, oh yeah, tradespeople. Really, really hard to find people who actually just like this sounds like a joke. It sounds like an exaggeration, but getting people who actually show up is really hard. So I wanted to remove a wall in my house, and so I call up. I look for everyone in my area who is, you know, who says they can do that. I call up 9 people. 3 of them say we've got too much work. We're just not even going to consider it. 3 of them say they'll come over and give me a quote. And of the 3 people who say they'll give me a quote, 1 person comes over. So many times someone would give me a quote and be like, oh yeah, you want me to do it? I'm so confused by that. So many times people will start the work. I had a guy like really badly try to like emotionally guilt me into paying him because his village in Syria had just died. And it's like, yeah, their job is to make money. Their job isn't to do the thing. It's a lot of people aren't necessarily built for that. Also, I'm going to break this now. I think that's probably enough copper. I'm going to make a pair of copper leggings and a bucket. Make sure I've got the bucket locked down. And this should mean that I'm a lot safer. I could have gone for an iron. I wish I'd have known I didn't have my chest plate anymore. But I don't. Whoopsie. Let's go, chat. I can't go up there. I can't go up a hill. And I can't get this horse in a boat. So we'll go wherever we can that isn't there. Hopefully there isn't just ocean here. I feel really silly. I had toasties for dinner. They were really good. So yeah, normally, chat, we're in the Nether by now, contemplating how we're going to find our first fortress. But today, also I'm going to get off the horse. I'm going to fight this fella. Just a little bit. Just a little fighting. And then I'm going to take it. Oh, no, 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 no. Horse, save me. Save me, horse. Save me, horse. Okay. Okay, he's okay. This is why you need good weapons, chat. I was just contemplating, do I need an iron sword? And the answer is yes for moments like this. Oh, no. Hey! That was the most anticlimactic finish, but I'll take it. I'm just glad I'm alive. Now we're going to break all these sweet berries because we need, like, garbage food. Usually the easiest garbage food is a village. We can't see a village. Usually the second best garbage food is, like, a melon or something like that. But if you don't see the biomes, you can't use the garbage food from them. And so we'll get on our horse, and I'll eat some sweet berries as we run around. Yeah, it does look like this could be promising. A tiger biome might have a tiger village. Or at least, like, it might have a lava pit too. It might have something, I guess is what I'm saying. Let's go and look for something. Also, get in water. Yeah, that was my, like, that should have been my instinct. But I was just like, there's no way I'm getting there in time. Look at this render distance, chat. Look how bad it is. It's so rough. How am I meant to do anything? The answer is I'm having fun. It doesn't matter. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop hurting my horse, please. Okay, so eat some more. Eat some more. Get away from the creeper. Get away from the creeper. No, horse. Why are you so awkwardly shaped? Don't get into gaps you can't get out of. Okay, so let's reverse Ayrton Senna right there. But yeah, I think that I just don't know. Oh, okay, that looks like something. Chat, it might just be the ground of a mega tiger, but I'll take it at this point. What do I see? Oh, is that a village? Yeah, it took me 39 minutes, but I found my first structure, and it's a good one, chat. A tiger village gives you wood, and it can give you a really decent chance for all the other stuff you're gonna want. So these are blacksmith chests, and they are so frequent over here. Oh, I don't want to be on the horse. Stop putting me on the horse. Okay, so what have we got in here? Oh, chat, 8 obsidian. I just need 2 more now, plus some armor. Specifically, the pieces I didn't craft. I was feeling like an idiot for not making a chest plate, and now we killed it. Then we got some apples, and now we got some saplings. That could be furnace fuel, I guess. Whatever, I'm happy with what I've got. But there's another blacksmith. If it has 2 more obsidian, we can just go to the nether. Oh, yeah. It's reminding me of Legacy Console a lot here, in the good way. A bunch of apples. Let's now put some of this in here. Just the stuff that I might want, but not right now. That's some extra iron. That's a diamond. This is a sword. I was just asking for one of them. Yeah, we are in a good place right now, chat. We're in a very good place. So yeah, basically we got bailed out of our terrible render distance by a very lucky village mine. And I'm gonna be grateful for that. And I'm gonna lay the rest solely at the tiger village being an absolute savior for moments like this. Okay, so I could grab pumpkins from here if I wanted to. I could grab wheat from here. I'm going to see if I've actually logged... I want to... Chat, so what I want to do... I want to get some achievements for Minecraft Switch, but it just will not let me sign into a Microsoft account. Sadly. I've been trying all day. Like, I tried for 40 minutes before the stream, just on and off. Wasn't working for me. Also, do you want some? You can have some. You can have some, I swear. Just come over here and I'll give you some. Okay, so we're going to look for any more chests in case they have spruce logs in them. Love an opportunity not to mine. I've also got some emeralds. What's the best thing to buy with 5 emeralds? Probably just food, right? If you don't have hay bales. Buy 30 bread. Yeah, honestly, it's not terrible. And then we could get some pumpkins to sell to get more. Yeah, I'll buy some bread. I'll buy some bread. Yeah, 20 bread is a really decent backup measure. And now we've just solved the biggest failure that this village has. So the only thing I'm missing now, chat, if I want to go to the nether, is a way to light my portal. So let's go find some lava. Actually, also, we've got beds here. I'm going to, given my current track record, could do with one of those, maybe. Let's also grab a crafting table. Who's to say when that will be required? So let's sleep in a bed as our temporary spawn point. Oh, this is a nice little house. Sleep in a bed. Cook up some copper in this place. Is there anything else that could do with cooking? Probably not. And then, I guess, let's just mine our single gravel block over and over again till it becomes flint. Yep, I don't see an alternative. Ooh, pumpkin seeds. Also, oh, large fern, chat. If I'm not mistaken, is it the large fern that you can only find in chests, or is it regular fern? It's tall grass. That's what it is. Never mind. False alarm. You can get tall grass anywhere, or you can get a large fern anywhere. Where's the horse? Says Bearded Man. He's coming to the Nether with me. Don't worry. As soon as we find him. In fact, let's break our block on the way to him. The problem with having a fast horse is they usually get away from you. But because he's tamed, and because I've got a 6 chunks max simulation distance, he can't get too far away from me. That's the good news about having a bad render distance. If you can't see your horse probably can't do anything until he sees you again. There he is, chat. Hope you're having a good time over here. Eating some grass, if that's what you do. I'm gonna eat some more sweet berries. Just keep myself nice and cool. Maybe also kill this cow. I think some extra beef would go a long way. And then we're almost ready, chat. I just need, again, one single piece of flint will do it for me. Single piece is all I need. One single, there we go, piece of flint. And we're ready to go to the Nether, chat. What could go wrong with going to the Nether right here? In fact, I'll go closer to where my spawn point was. Just in case, you know. Look at this. Look how little we can see. The thumbnail is not that much of an exaggeration, chat. Okay, so here, there. You ready to go anywhere? I guess so. So I'll start my portal. You know, I'll do one of the really rough, silly portals like this. 1, 2, 3. No, did that wrong. 1, 2, 3. Finish the top from this side. And then that just leaves us with one more. And we're ready to go to the Nether, chat. So I have to go in and out of the Nether. This is an annoying truth. We have to go into the Nether, then come back out of the Nether, then put the horse in the Nether. The horse can't go to the Nether before you do. And honestly, in this Nether, actually, do I want a horse? I mean, do I want this Nether? Would be a valid question. This might be one of the direst spawns I've seen. Oh, what's cool is the Nether has not that far off its regular render distance, chat. Like, the Nether is just the Nether, but a bit worse. Although you could argue the Nether, but a bit worse, is a lot worse than the overworld, but a lot worse. But, you know, I will try to take this as a positive. And yeah, I'm just going to mine this way. If I can't go that way, and I can't go that way without hitting a soul sand valley, then I'll just go this way. No, I'll just go through here. Yeah, let's just do it. I'll switch out my pickaxe, and we'll just go crazy. Speaking of going crazy, I remember watching you when I was a kid. Love you! Thank you for saying you love me. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I think that it's interesting to have now been doing this for long enough that people are like, oh yeah, it was like a generation ago that you started. You know, people would be like, oh yeah, I watched you as a kid, now I am a university student. Or I watched you when I was in university, now I have a family. Or, you know, I watched you when I had a family and now they're all gone. They've all gone. They're never coming back. You know, that's... I don't like to hear the last one so much, but... I do think that there is a real... like, specialness in that. That is, like, kind of terrifying on the surface. It is... Like, it's hard not to take it at first as like, oh yeah, you used to be cool. Not anymore, obviously. I watch stuff that is more interesting now. But at one point, let me tell you, you were the stuff. So if this place is worth coming into, it looks like it is. I'll build a little platform to get myself in and out. So, Dasher, if you are feeling up for coordinates today, I think these are the coordinates that might might go a long way. Okay, so stackety again. Okay, so we'll start here, and then we'll. This is a very messy way to do it, but it's just about working. And then we'll place some cobblestone on the top here, going down to here, and then we'll come down and up to here. And there we go. Perfect. So yeah, this is where I need to actually come back to if I want to go to the overworld. So this is still not looking great for exploring by horse. It's not worth digging a horse tunnel for, and so I shan't. Yeah, not much to say besides that, really. I'm glad I haven't been hit by a ghast fireball yet. That's nice. Yeah, bad never spawns exist. This is one of them. And yeah, I'll just tunnel my way through here. Ooh, please. Thank you. Glad she's appreciated that it hasn't happened yet, and so the first time is gonna be a bad one. I watched you and I had a family. Now I am a university. Love you, says Bearded Man. Thank you, Mr. Bearded Man. No, yeah, the AI girlfriend being like a succubus thing is really interesting, because the succubus is like this religious concept of like, oh yeah, it's someone who pretends to be a woman and then it like absorbs the whole thing out of you. And we've kind of had fake online relationships that do this forever. You know, I've heard of people who have family members who in fact, who constantly are giving money to people they met online. Chat, I had this situation where I flew into, I feel like it was Miami. I flew into like a major airport, and someone just like off the cuff ran up to me and was like, oh, do you know when the flight from here is coming in? And I was like, oh, it says on the arrivals board it arrived an hour and a half ago. She was like, yeah, thought so. I'll keep an eye on my phone. And I was like, you know, someone said they were going to meet her here and then didn't. And I've heard that that's a common thing in love scams. That like a lot of people don't want to give money to someone who isn't committing to visit. So you've got to say you're going to visit and then right at the last minute be like, ah, yeah, I couldn't actually. You know, this terrible thing came up, but it's the only thing standing between me and you. It's terrible. By the way, going to a bastion with minimum render distance, not actually as terrible of an idea as it sounds, but still a pretty terrible idea. I'm going to replace the obsidian with my bucket. Oh, I hear a piglin. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm going to go make myself a gold helm. Oh, I'm so dead, chat. If he keeps running, he's not, thankfully. But if he kept running, he would be very, very, very not alive. So, if you're going to go to a bastion, bring lava, my biggest tip. If you're going to go to the airport to meet someone, you know how airports work. It's my second biggest tip. So yeah, I'm going to try and do this to him anyway, chat, because while he's... Okay, no, okay, there we go. That's definitely him dead. That's definitely him dead and gone. Yeah, we got him. A little bit tricky, actually. We have to jump over here, and then pick that up. And now, as you can see, there's a gold block right there waiting for me. But I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm gonna drop this on the ground, grab my crafting table. I'm gonna then craft myself like gold boots, I guess, because I have enough for the gold ingots to do this. And then gold boots allowed. This will keep me safe from any regular piglins until I mine the gold block, when of course it's open season again. But I'm hoping I can come out with a few gold blocks. I'm hoping so. They have the most gold. You lucked out since piglin trades are so bad now. Yeah, I rarely use piglin trades, to be honest. But if I get this much gold, well, I'm not going to get all the gold because it's all in there. I know I'll die if I try for that. But we'll see what we do get. We'll see what we end up with. This piglin brute needs to die. He needs to die. There's just no way around that, chat. Oh, die. Oh, I shouldn't have punched him. But I need to, chat. I need to punch him. Okay, so someone's dying down there too, which is great news. I'm gonna eat steak. Might just save me. And I'm gonna hope that no one was around to see what I just did to that guy. Do any of you care? You don't. That's good. That's good. That's a great sign. Okay, so as long as they don't also see what I'm about to do here, we'll be good to go. So I'm hearing disgruntled piglins. Funnily enough, the way they show they're disgruntled is not what you'd expect at all. Yeah, that's not a fortress. Yeah, I know I should be going to a fortress right now. But I can't not pass one of these and think, you know, I bet I bet that gold would go good in my living room. Okay, all the piglins are mad at that one. Okay, that's a line for them. That's a line they're not happy with me crossing. So let's just run this way, past the fortress. There's a warp forest if I need pearls. But can we find a fortress here too? Let's hope. Let's really hope. Oh, man, it's... I said it's like the regular Nether, but it really feels like the world is loading in front of my eyes. So I don't know what I'm running towards until I'm there, and then it's like, yep, this is what you found. Hope that's what you were looking for. So let's put the gold in my hotbar. And now I've got a kind of get out jail free card. Going further into this place isn't smart, but I want to get the easy stuff. Like, there's a chest right over there, chat. Like, I'm telling you, this chest, as long as there's no piglins around it, it's going to be a good one for me. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Golden carrots, too. These are going right in the bundle. Got a block of gold. A smite axe with efficiency. Yeah, I'll take an efficiency smite axe over my stone one. And some arrows. Yeah, why not, right? Okay, no one cared about that, so no one will care about this. Oh, yeah. Upgrade to my sword of smite. Don't mind if I do. Second block of gold, even better. Cooked pork chop. Might save my life. A bunch of extra arrows. They can go in there too. Okay, it's full. So instead we'll take the arrows out of the bundle and put the copper in there and the gravel in there and the blackstone bricks in there and the gunpowder in there. And I'll put the boots away probably, maybe, or I'll keep that for now, I guess. Okay, this was a decent haul. Let's see if we can't get these 2 gold blocks. They're easy peasy ones, as long as there's no one down here waiting for me. And it looks like there's not. It looks like I got everyone with that first lava wave. So I'll build a wall right here. Just a lovely little wall. Keeps everyone from there from coming over here. And now means I can look just one way. Get 2 more gold blocks. That means I'm at 45 ingots as a reminder. And then let's climb out and go get the other gold blocks too. I think seriously, no one cares anymore. I think all the piglins are gone, and you know I am the reason. I should feel some guilt, but I don't, chat. But yeah, so I feel like we've already had like this kind of like pseudo love for a while, and it's important, especially I think, like as expectations have increased. Because the internet has allowed us to share increased expectations. Like, possibilities to meet have gone down. And I feel like that's you know, like, it's like if the demand for something goes up and the supply goes down. It's like the housing crisis, but for relationships. Sure, you can find a house, but it will cost you 10 times what someone in 1990 would have paid. Sure, you can find a good relationship, but it will cost you 10 times what someone in 1990 would have paid. And there are upsides. You know, if you buy a house now, probably has AC. You know, if you buy a relationship now, probably not gonna get domestically violent. You know, your partner probably has learned. You know, it's at least societally, hopefully, that is not acceptable. You know, as divorce has become mainstream and widely accepted for stuff like that, it's like, oh, that's nice. I do not have to accept being beaten up if I do not want to. So, you know, there's an increase in standards that has some benefits. But I think in general, that is why AI girlfriends are particularly dangerous. In the same way that, like, in the same way that, like, a housing scam would be. If AI could convince you, it could house you for no money, like your parents do. If AI could convince you that was true, and convince enough people that was true, that would be a dangerous, or generative AI, I guess is what we're really talking about. That would be really quite dangerous, wouldn't it? And that's kind of where we're at, I think. That's my grandiose thought. Although, you know, can I share my real thought on, like, because again, so many people talk about the effect on art. I think the realist effect that AI has had is the fact that now everyone has to second guess, whether something is real or not. And I think people are genuinely bad at it. This is my can call this a pro AI take. I think people think that they can spot AI slop, but they're actually just spotting them. Oh god, hello. You probably need to die. I'm going to make sure that you do. Also, if there's still guys hanging out there, I probably haven't been near them, which means there's probably a chest over there. So once they are dead, which it looks like they're about to be. I'm going to keep this buried, by the way. Once they're dead, let's go in there and let's pick up some goodies. Can someone buy a relationship with Toy Cat? There's a okay, so I'm not gonna argue that anyone is probably illusioned themselves into thinking they're in a relationship with me based on giving me money. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I just think statistically, you know, looking at the size of the channel, not likely, right? But I think if you look at certain streamers, mostly women streamers, but you know, if you look at certain streamers, there is no question that some percent of their audience. How did that just happen? That's not what I wanted to do at all. Some percent of their audience believe that they have a special relationship with that streamer.
Guys fronting with a PFP as girls online were the original AI girlfriend.
Yeah! Oh, that was the weirdest thing that people would just be like, yeah, it's just a girl I find attractive. Although to be fair, one of my dumbest things I ever tried is I was trying to promote a. One of my like earliest like ventures is trying to promote like a website that I had set up, and I was like, you know, this Facebook thing's new, and people seem to like. There's a culture around. It's still true in a lot of things today. Like there's a culture around like always liking what it is, you know, girls have to say. Like it's a, in a way that just isn't true. And why is that? I don't know. But I was like, you know, I'll add everyone, you know, I know and everyone I know who knows. And then, you know, like, have this attractive female profile picture. And then talk about this website. And they'll all believe it. Because, you know, they'll all be more inclined to like and share or whatever. Didn't go that well for me, by the way. You'll be sad to know. Just a lot of guys, you know, like, starting up a conversation based on a profile picture alone. You know, arguably, I was the AI girlfriend there. And arguably, you know, based on the point I was just making, it's not impossible that someone is watching these streams. You know, Josh Jones, it's not impossible that you believe you are in a relationship with me based on the fact that, you know, I like your company here. Every time you know, you're broadly supportive. Every time you tip, it makes the stream a little better, both financially, because I'm a big believer in money being great for goods and services, but also in all the other ways. But I think that I think it is worth mentioning that, like, for some streamers, it is definitely a percentage of their audience that are like, yeah, this is I get to see someone have all the fun moments we'd have were we in a relationship. And some people are probably self-aware about it. Like, yeah, it's great because she's, you know, I'm not gonna get a Pokemon-y. I'm not gonna get that level of lady to come watch games with me or play games with me. And, you know, even if I did, I bet it would be very high maintenance. Chat, one of my, like, one of the fun things about traveling is I've met a lot of people in weird moments. Even, like, I was in an Uber. I was in Uber in Texas going to a state park. It was way too hot to be hiking, but I was like, I'm in this city for a day. I'm going to go and do something outdoorsy. And as I was being driven by outdoorsy activity by an Uber driver, the Uber driver had to insist, like, you need to see my girlfriend. And I was like, okay, sure. Weird thing to show an Uber passenger, but like, it's like a type of guy, right? If you're, also there's an upcoming event today in 10 minutes. Oh, my phone is on very low charge. Oh, no. Too many things, folks. This is not the time to be contemplating my phone's charge. Okay, so what we're going to do, chat, is I'm going to pause the game looking at this magma cream. I'm going to put my phone on charge real quick. Ooh. It didn't charge last night. I was busy dealing with something else. Okay. And now we're going to run this way. This way doesn't seem smart, so I'm gonna do it just until I hit the edge, and then I'm gonna turn back. Oh god! Yeah, that's not smart. I'm going to run back this way, and then run more that way, or run this way until we hit about negative 400. I don't know which one of those two things is going to happen. Actually, is this the way I just came from? It must be based on this ghast explosion. So maybe we should actually head this way towards positive. Yeah, let's go that way. I totally had a Minecraft girl skin on multiplayer server, and it was fun till it got weird. Yeah, maybe you can read into this one too much if you want, chat. But apparently this is something that everyone my age was into based on the ads I get for revivals of it. But oh god, getting down there is hard. I need a hay bale. I need one bad. I used to play this game called Habbo Hotel, and it had an in-game economy. The same was true for RuneScape. So every game I always played had an economy. And I honestly, I will fight and die for this point. I think that I think the reason that so many people from the early 2000s are like very laissez-faire libertarian style is because of the video games we played where we saw like, oh yeah, when people work out that there is a finite amount of currency to be earned and distributed, some people work out that they can trade to make a little bit more. You know, this doesn't feel like it adds any value, it feels a bit bad. Some people work out that they've got to just go earn as much as they can. I used to go down in the mines and just mine mithril ore to sell it. But some people would be like, yeah, I'm going to try and scam as much as I can from other people. And that in the early days, that'd be like, you know, free armor trimming scam, if you've ever heard armor trimming in Minecraft being referenced to that. It's like, yeah, people would work out really elaborate ways to scam other people. And what was really fun is then there'd be like a game of like, okay, well, the people trying to scam people, let's try and scam them. And it would always end in tears, if I'm being totally honest with you. But, yeah, there was this like, there was this sense of like, in a video game, there is a true sense of fairness that everyone comes into it with the same abilities. Otherwise, you're not coming into it, right? And whereas modern games have basically got this attitude of like, yeah, the amount of Roblox or the amount of currency you get is based entirely on how much your parents are willing to give you their credit card. Which is not based on their wealth exclusively, but it's based on either their wealth or how little they care about you. Or maybe how much they care about you, if we're thinking about this positively. But in any case, Habbo Hotel was full of predators. Yeah, it really was. It was absolutely full of predators. I think any online space was. I wasn't allowed to play online games. I had interactions with others as a kid. See, Xavier, I bet that stunted your growth in learning how to deal with scams. You know, or maybe it didn't. You seem well enough adjusted. Actually, you know what? You said once you can't watch me go underwater in Minecraft or you'll start screaming. That, I'll take that as a sign of not well adjustment. Maybe if you just dealt with a few predators and realized like, ooh, this is a creepy old man, huh? Chat. So one of my first ever in this economy-based game, I spent all day grinding to get furniture for my room. I ran a store where I had a profit margin on buying and selling. But rather than having to buy and sell from the game where you have to use real money, you could buy and sell using other furniture pieces. And I'd always just make sure I took a commission. So if a sofa cost 4 credits, I'd buy it from you for the equivalent of, you know, 3 credits, let's say. And then I'd sell it for the equivalent of 5. You know, I did a cost plus or cost minus system of buying and selling. It was and as a shopkeeper, I had to learn all sorts of weird things about that. Like pod chairs, people loved. But there was this one desk lamp that no one actually wanted. They just bought by mistake or got for free or something. And so it was officially worth 4, but no one would buy it from you. So you wouldn't buy it from anyone. Everyone would be desperate to unload it. You'd buy it from them from like 1 just to get it. Anyway, but on this game with an economy, I spent like all morning. I'd wake up at 4 so I could have the best chance of getting high up in the room. I'd wake up early to play these games. And after like doing that for a few days, I earned enough that I had like a full room of furniture. And someone befriended me. They wanted to be my girlfriend. And so we hung out all day. We even slept in the same bed. And you know what, chat? I felt some real, you know, as a 10-year-old, my first sense of love with this person. That like, oh, isn't this cool? I got a girlfriend. I felt all these things about this wonderful person. And then do you know what happened? After they logged off and they logged on the next morning? You know, I went looking for my friends list, like, oh, I'll invite my girlfriend in to, you know, to hang out in the room with me while I sell furniture today. And you know what happened, chat? I went into her account, and she changed her avatar back to being a man, because she was never actually. It was never actually. It was someone who'd worked out that becoming a girlfriend was the best. You know, instead of selling furniture like an honest working man, this is someone who worked out that they had to just pretend they were something they were not in order to get money. And I think that when you realize that pretending you are what you're not is a way that you can get money, and how easy it is, that might change your opinion on some things. Also, can I still get the copper cape if I participate in the second quest to the last? Because I didn't do the first one. Yeah, you don't need to do either of the first two quests, just the last one. Also, are disgusting, says Scoopsky Cat. Yeah, the I think that I think the early internet was definitely like a bit more like wild in a lot of ways. But I also do think, quite seriously, I would add, that like because it was less well monetized, it felt fairer and clearer and cleaner in a way that is weird for me to understand. Yeah, also, oh dear, you got scammed for, dude. I'd have been so upset. Yeah, I'm lucky she didn't get to keep half of my furniture, you know. But yeah, there's so many ways to get, you know, get your bag, I believe is what they call it these days. I am very up to date with terminology. So where's my portal dash? I'm so lost now. I haven't seen any sign of a fortress in so long. But if I head back towards my portal, I could maybe find it from the other side. So Kat, do you have smooth lighting off? Let's find out for you. Let's go into my settings. I still haven't seen the seed, by the way. No one else has. Smooth lighting is set to on. We can turn it off for you. I can turn off render clouds too. Not that useful in the Nether. 88, 70, minus 40. Okay, so minus 40. Yeah, I think I'd be. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further this way, if I can. Like in a straight line that way if I can, and then I'm gonna go back to my portal if I don't find something. I could be in the Nether for a while. You know, that's okay. It's already so hard to find a fortress with the best render distance, chat. So, with the worst, who's to say? So Cat walking like a peasant when he could have a dried ghast and put him in water, wait 20 minutes, drag him into the Nether, make a harness for him, and fly instead of walking. I know. What a foolish thing I am doing right now. I think I'm going to trade some gold with some piglets. I think there's a decent number of them right here anyway. So that's one. That's two. I mean, I say a decent number and I see three. You know, I'll just trade a few more. So that's gravel, perfect. And that's soul sand, even less perfect. Let's go find a big batch of piglins if we do, and we'll trade with them. We must be nearing the end of the Crimson Forest. Oh, look. Oh! Yep, that's confirmed. So, yeah, if we were... Okay, I'm gonna launch this back at him. I'm gonna do it, chat. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be horrible. Okay, they're all just exploding in front of my face. I'm gonna give up. Okay, let's get it this time. This time... No, I'm not going that way anymore. I'm going back to my portal, chat. I'm not going through a Soul Sand Valley. On the way back through the Bastion, I should maybe peek in and get some gold. I don't think it's a good idea, though. Oh, are they hunting a hoglin? Oh, chat, I've not seen this actually work in Minecraft in years. They fixed it. Hoglins and piglins. Piglins are hunting hoglins. Thank you, Alexander, becoming the 428th channel member. You get access to all the fun things. Apparently, these days, a lot of the reason people become members is the member-only videos. There is a... Okay, so there, okay, I said it was working. I lied. I lied a lot, apparently. Oh. Okay, there's a fire resistance potion. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So this is going to be really handy if I fall in lava or something like that happens. I'd rather have a drinkable one, but I'll take throwable. Now I just need to dump a few more things away. Probably turn that into something too. The rotten flesh definitely just isn't going to be used now, so we'll run past it. And let's get all the way back to my my portal steps and try and run in another direction, if we can. Yeah, it's not gonna be that fun, is it? But we've got to do it. Or we could just run this way. You know, let's try going this way. We'll go past this on the X scale. Yeah, we'll run this way. That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, yeah, you distracted them with gold. Hey, if I saw my worst enemy, and then I saw a single piece of gold on the ground that I had to work for, bear in mind, because I was going to trade with it, I would go and hunt my enemy first, deal with that other stuff later. So yeah, chat, honestly, it might make sense for me, silly though this may sound, to just run into the lava ocean here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. How bad of an idea can this be? Okay, I need to work out what my button is for status effects. It's Z on a keyboard. I don't know what it is on a controller. Controller. So status effects is minus. Okay. So I'm going to put this on. That's 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Let's go swimming, chat. Oh. This isn't swimming. Oh, we can see the... Oh, yeah, we can see underneath here. So there is a shelf now. So now I'm going swimming. You always forget how slow it is to move through lava until you're doing it. This is no one's idea of efficient. It feels cool, though. It does feel like the future. Lava bath, lava bath. I am going into a lava bath. Is that a ruin portal? Oh, it's just a lip. Yeah, this is less than pleasant, let's say. I think it makes sense to jump into it. Get a little bit of momentum so you can kind of sprint like this. Because this is lava sprinting, apparently. Okay, never doing that again. But I will use my axe, my newfound axe, to chop down a few pieces of tree. So if I need a bunch of blocks, I'll have them in an emergency. Perfect. I'm hoping I don't have to jump back through there, but I'm guessing I do. We might also have to... Oh, hello. Might also have to mine through... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But you probably deserve it. Let's be real. Yes, now we're going to mine this way, and probably up at the same time, actually. Watching out for lava, of course. I'm going to make just regular little holes to the left. So I've got a place to run and jump if it comes to it. Let's mine upwards, which is really dangerous usually. Until we find a little exit that will take me closer to where I want to be. I've got enough iron that I can make another pickaxe. I've got 1 diamond, and chat, I've got the perfect thing to do with that diamond. You all know what it is. You all know it's coming. Okay. Hello, friends. Great to see you. Oh, not great to see you. Although you've got a gold helmet, that might be useful to me. But I can't have it. So yeah, this is at least a piece of terrain we can run through. Yeah, I'll run through it then. I'll run through it. And I've still got another 48 seconds on the fire resistance. So I reckon we can just jump right in. Whee! Oh! Right, it's not that thick. And then we'll just jump onto one of these. I guess it's always worth saving yourself. If you can, then. He was just chilling, he didn't even do anything, and you murdered him. You know, some would say that violates the non-aggression pact. Others would say that actually he violated the non-aggression pact the moment he didn't hand over his valuables. So you know, it's a hard one. We'd have to go to a jury, I'm sure. Okay, so as we get closer towards minus 256, we should see some form of fortress or something over here. If we don't, we'll head towards the negative and hope we see one over there. If I want more fire resistance, which to be clear is a very good thing, I can trade for it. I've got 64 gold just hanging around. Hopefully I don't need to, though. Hopefully I'm all good without it. I like the lack of lava death. Thank you, Cat. I'm doing pretty good at not dying to lava today. I was just thinking that, actually. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my phone back. And then I just moved to the other side of the room. In fact, so look at that. Look at that corner there, chat. Do you see that? The game is like, yeah, we can't load in those chunks for you. That'd be ridiculous. Okay, I'm on 13%. Which is much better. Okay. The ender pearls in your pocket were promised to me 3,000 years ago. We're getting like borderline religious texty there. Okay, so also Bedrock thing, I guess. It says pout at pout. I think the challenge is to make sense. You have to set all your vidding settings, simple graphics, no lighting, anti-aliasing, etc. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. I think we're too deep into it to concede that that's correct though. Because if I say it's correct now, then everything I've done is basically cheating. But if this goes horribly wrong and we need to reattempt it, which, you know, very low chance that happens, but if it did happen, then that could be the prep. Okay, this is the ideal spot for a fortress or bastion to spawn, chat. Let's see if we find either. If you're curious, that spot is about 256, 256 on either set of coordinates anywhere. It's just the ideal place to find one of these structures. And so we're pretty close to it, a bit round this corner. We should be able to find something. I hope. Honestly, this has been a chill never. I've been pretty happy with my lack of death. And maybe I'm jinxing things by saying that. But I'll do great. Switch chunk loading is how I end up with a snow biome chunk in my jungle. Yeah. Switch chunk loading is... I mean, let's be real. Now the Switch 2 is around. I think it's just a matter of time till there's a Switch 2 native version. Oh, okay. We're gonna die. Not yet, though. Not yet, though. I do think it's just a matter of time till we get that Switch 2 native port. Because I literally learned on Sunday Live, chat. You all saw me learning this. Just how much more Nintendo Switch is played than PlayStation and Xbox. And it makes sense that, like, the Switch audience has overlap with the stereotypical Minecraft audience. But I still just wouldn't have guessed it. I just would not have guessed the extent of it. Okay, so this is... That's fine. It was just magma. It was just magma. There is no fortress here, which means we now have to head all the way out to negative 256Z. A 500 block walk. Maybe I'll find a fortress along the way. Again, we're just at the most likely coordinates. It's not that it can't spawn anywhere else. It's just, it gets really likely by the time you're here. So let's keep on running until we hit a dead end that I couldn't see because of my render distance. Perfect. But yeah, I think there is a real interesting philosophy around, like, generative AI. Like, okay, has anyone used Google's AI? It's really, really bad at giving you correct results, but it's really good at answering you quickly with an answer that sounds about like what you're looking for. So chat, I wanted to know if I could go to the Tower of London for free. I live kind of near it, and I was like, well, shouldn't I be allowed to go there for free? And it's like, yes, you can visit the Tower of London for free. Simply use this page. And I click on the page, and they're like, yeah, no, you're going to need this, this, this. You need to be a Tower Hamlets resident with a life card and uncertain. It was like, okay, so that's not me then. Google AI just lied because it thought that I would like the quick answer. But the quick answer is the wrong answer. And in that case, that's a very, I would hate to show up and then look like an idiot because I'm like, well, I went, Google AI told me I could come here. Honestly, one of my least favorite things is customer support that says stuff that they know, or that they don't know is wrong, but they don't know it to be right, but they don't know it to be wrong. And so they're saying it because it makes you go away, basically. Because a lot of customer support's job, if like people you call up, is basically to diffuse your anger. And the easiest way to diffuse your anger is to be like, oh yeah, all you have to do is this. Just hang up the phone, do this, and when you call back, it won't be me on the other end of the line. So the problem is gone as far as I am concerned. And it's like, but I actually do want to fix this though, and I don't want to be angry with you. I'm not angry with you or even the system. I'm not an angry person. I just want to have this fixed. Maybe that's me being crazy. I'm from Ireland, says Alexander. Yeah, actually, so it was Ireland that I was thinking of. I'm dealing with the Irish, one of the Irish government departments right now, and I'm having a very bad time with it because I don't know who they employ, but clearly they could do getting some more people, or training. I've heard the theory that they actually specifically don't want more people, you know, like having more passports. So maybe that's why. Also, learn that adblock.
Blocked views don't count as views anymore. That and my toy cat tax is overdue. Glad to show my support after many years. Smile. Also, greetings from Aruba.
Thank you, Smile. Smile. Oh, wait, Johnny Woodstock. I'm going to Aruba. I'm visiting a couple of new countries, and Aruba is right next door to them. You can already guess what the countries are. And so Johnny Woodstock, I'm fascinated to learn that you're from Aruba, first of all. Even more interesting, like you're from the Netherlands, effectively, right? But then you're using US dollars. That's interesting fact number 2. But then interesting fact number 3, you're from a very small place that happens to be somewhere I'm going. Tell me what there is to do. Tell me. I want to hear all of it, Johnny Woodstock. Send me I don't know, like an email, an Instagram message. Send me something. Get in contact with me, Johnny. I would love to hear about it. Sorry, the rest of the message though. Yeah, adblock views don't count as views on YouTube. It is suspected right now. It's not. YouTube hasn't come out and confirmed it, but YouTube don't come out and confirm a lot. Adblock views don't count as views. Glad I'm paying the toy cat tax then. Enjoy the 10 lobster rolls, Mr. Cat. Yay, K-Crims. I've had so many lobster. There's a new, if you live in London or if you just know the city, there is a new best lobster roll in town, and it often goes on sale, and then they also give you a £5 credit if you review them. So I've been eating lobster rolls for like £15 or so. It's been good. It's my favorite lobster roll, and it's half the price of my other favorite lobster roll. Life has been good in lobster roll land. Thank you to everyone who has been funding my lobster roll habit. My quite dangerous at this point lobster roll habit. But yeah, Johnny Woodstock, and then everyone's using some flags at him. That's fun. But yeah, why are there ads on your live stream? YouTube, so this stream, I told YouTube to place the bare minimum ads they would let me place. You know, I was willing to give up whatever revenue just to, like, see. And, like, genuinely, everyone complains the same amount regardless, which is telling me either YouTube doesn't really change the amount, or that people complain at any number of ads. Which, you know, like, I don't know. Stream's gotta support itself somehow, right? So I'm gonna replace the torches with the flint and steel, so I can, like, light that on fire for a bit of light. And then, yeah, we're just gonna go back to mining until we break this pickaxe. And then once we do, I'll take some of this, and I'll make me another one. Thankfully, I can make lots of pickaxes. But you know also what we can also do, chat? Since I'm gonna be in here anyway, how about I place this down, and we listen to something beautiful. Okay, I have to hope that it plays for a long time, even though I'm getting progressively further away from it. But we can place and re-break it if it comes to it. YouTube's minimum ads is still atrocious. Yeah, it's a shame, again, too, like, I would rather YouTube say, hey, if you tip $1 to this streamer, no ads for a month. Or a year. It would even make sense to me if it was no ads for a year or something like that. Maybe not a year, depending on how many streams you watch. You know, like, it would be a serious amount of time. And I think a lot of people would probably take that. And then also you'd be supporting streamers way better. You know, if you've watched this whole, what is this, hour 26 so far. Yes. I'm going to break it now. If you watch this entire hour 26 so far, then, like, you know, maybe an ad break by now seems fair, right? Compared to how other platforms do it. But also, if you're Johnny or you're Josh and you tip $10, it's like, why are you getting charged an extra 0.5 cents or 2 cents or something? That doesn't make any sense to me. So chat, yeah, I'm still looking for a fortress. This is the reality of random seed Minecraft. Sometimes you look for a fortress forever. And with a lower render distance, it seems like it's even worse than before. Where is the new best lobster roll? Kit Kat, I'm so glad you asked and that I saw your comment. It's Crunch. Crunch is a really cool place. They do pepperoni lasagna bites. It's incredible. Their sandwiches are really good. They do some like Japanese sandos. I recommend genuinely, I recommend everything they do besides their tea. They do a kumquat tea that is maybe the worst beverage I've ever had. Everything else I've had is like, this is like world tier. This makes me proud to be paying, 10 times what someone in 1990 would pay to live in this city. This makes me happy to be here. Also, there's a place. That means there's a fortress, chat. Woo! I knew that would happen. I'm so glad it did. So that piglin is now going to run towards the blaze, and nothing useful is going to happen. Chat, I would have genuinely kept running. Oh no, I wouldn't. I would have found this probably. But we're in. Fortress time. Wow. I was just expecting we'd hang out in the Nether for 3 hours and then die to a blaze I couldn't see. What a nice change from my vision that is. Noted next time I'm in London, I have to make a trip. Yeah, the best ones at Spitalfields Market. I mean, the original one. If you want, like, I feel like the market is the coolest place. Maybe it might not be the best store, but the location that I would say, and it's like very close to Liverpool Street. Everything they do that has bread is incredible. Anyone who likes good things will enjoy going there. You know, bring a friend, bring a date, bring a cat. They'll all be equally happy. So I'm gonna have to be very careful with this inside section. So this is meant to be outside, but it's just not chat. Oh, there we go. So I could use my smite axe now. Let me show you the power of this chat. Whoa! Oh. So the sword also has smite on it, so I'll use the smite sword instead, I guess. Yeah, something feels weird about the way mobs are being hit. Can't place my finger on it though. Hey, I would love to get no ads for a day.
I would love to get no ads for a day or so for a tip level.
Yeah, and then more people would it would encourage the ecosystem to work, you know, as YouTube presumably wants it to. Because like, you know, I think a lot of what Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok are all fighting for at this point is the creators. Also, hey, it's been 1 hour. Can you say 6-7 again? Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 is on the registered 6 offender registry. Yeah, Josh Jones would love to get no ads for a day. Yeah, totally badly. Thank you for the tips, by the way. Very, very, very lovely little boost as we head into what might be a scary little moment. Oh, okay. Okay. I got this. As long as nothing spawns behind me, I'm fine. So I can't pick that up yet. I'm gonna drop something. What do I drop, chat? Not the jukebox. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place down the jukebox because if I'm gonna die in the Nether, I want to die to Pigstep playing. No. Okay, so there's a lot of blazes around there now. There's a lot of blazes. Okay, I need to place a lot more blocks. No. Ah, they're coming off me, chat. Okay. Okay, there's blazes everywhere now. Okay, this isn't how I want it to go. Ah! See, this is what you gotta do. This is called the Bedrock heal. You sit in a corner and you think about what you've done in life. You think about whether you should replace the people you love with AI. You conclude maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. But then you conclude that maybe actually, if you want to replace the people you love with AI, maybe that's a flaw in how you're thinking about people. And you're seeing people solely from a transactional value perspective, rather than appreciating that sometimes the best thing a person can do for you is something you don't expect them to do. And then you get out of the box and then you hopefully kill the blaze without dying. Okay, another one round the corner. But okay. Good news is plenty of blade throws. Bad news is, yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving the random seed we've had today. It was such a treacherous one, but like I'm feeling good for fighting it. I'm glad we didn't reset at the start. Chat, that spawner has gone off too many times. It's gonna be a real fight to get fixed at that. Okay. Good, a bunch of good hits though. Give some credit. Okay. Can I get? Okay. I'm gonna mine the spawner. I think I'm at that point now. Okay, I'm just gonna get in here. No more blaze spawner. Don't need you anymore. And so, can we get pick step back? Do we want pick step back? The answer is always yes. Trick question, chat. To thin the non-believers out of the ranks. And I've got a lot of Neverack in multiple stacks, so now we can get those away. We can break this, and we can be ready to go. You haven't died once. Exactly. Since I started this world, I haven't died once, chat. Don't fact check that. Okay, so now we just got to get back home to our portal. Yeah, that should be easy. That should be easy. It's like not that far from here. We'll just go up this staircase where there won't be anything terrible waiting for me. Chat, is my brightness turned down or something? It feels like I can't see anything. Brightness is at 100. Okay. Well, we'll grab out a flint and steel and we'll start just lighting things on fire. Because I need to be able to see. Oh, okay. Let's get back to 85-0. Ooh. Tip for the vibe, says Pickled Witch. Hey, thank you, Pickled Witch, for the vibe-based tip. I am glad you're enjoying the vibes today. I'm enjoying the vibes today. I had a bit of a frustrating day, chat. The Java snapshots have no rhythm to what time they come out. So from 2 PM, I was like, let's wait for the Java snapshot. They haven't said anything about it not coming out today. And it's a Wednesday. Every snapshot that doesn't release it on a Tuesday releases on a Wednesday. We're good to go. And then nothing. Then nothing. I was like, well, surely, you know, then at 5 PM, the usual beta time will be out. Okay, nothing. And it's like, okay, well, now I've wasted a significant percent of my day being ready for something to come out that didn't. I can, you know, maybe work on today's video, but like it'd be really tight. And what am I gonna do? I worked on an idea for it, and I wasn't happy with it. It was gonna be like a bunch of memes relating to the Mounts of Mayhem drop. And also, this is the wrong way. This is the way I need to be going. Whoopsie. I was expecting Thursday, as they said, later this week. Yeah, I think Thursday was a more reasonable expectation, KMB. But I knew that Wednesday was a possibility. And so I was just like, well, I have to be ready. I can't be out having a lobster roll when the update drops, right? Okay, this is very much the wrong way. We need to be going that way. No, not that way. Specifically, this way. Yeah, that way right there. Okay. I've got it wrong twice. Let's try not to get it wrong a third time, chat. So let's eat some sweet berries. We've got too many of these, but I don't really need anything otherwise right now. And let's run right through the Soul Sand Valley. What a perfect run this will be. I'm more excited for next week's preview than this week's snapshot. The preview means we get to see how the new weapon works on Bedrock. Yeah, that is a really good point, pal. I've been saying this inside my head and knowing no one else would care. I'm glad that there are 2 Bedrock enjoyers in the stream chat. Maybe even more than 2 of us out here. But yeah, I want to know so badly how it's going to interact with Bedrock combat. And we won't get to know until the preview. Oh dear God, it's steep. Let's make this slightly less damaging. And then just run straight across here. Okay, it's working, chat. It's working. We're getting there. It's going to be a while, but we'll get there. Count me as number 3. Yeah, it's 3 of us. out of the 300 million Bedrock players. I think it must be more than 300 million by now, actually. If they say that they've sold 350 million, that must mean at least 300 million of those are Bedrock, based on previous percents. Out of the 300 million Bedrock players, 3 of us want to see how something works on Bedrock specifically Woo-wee. So Cat convinced me to get premium. Bought the family pass and it's so worth it. Yeah. Oh, Polly, it's so much smarter with the family pass too. It is painful that you pay like so much, right? Because you don't pay for a family pass in any other system. But your family don't even need to live in the same household all the time. But it's on just for 2 people. The family pass is already like, oh, this is great. Now we have an ad-free set, and then I can add, you know, like other people. I can't add my second channel because my second channel is American apparently. But I could add, you know, I probably should actually. I should work out someone who has like Disney Plus or something and trade my YouTube Premium family for that. You know, for some form of subscription I can't get access to. Apple TV, maybe. I want Apple TV solely for Silo. Oh, it's for Silo and I guess Severance. Although, you know, now's not the time to go on my Severance rant. Also, 4th Bedrocker says, Holy Naraska. Wow. Chat, there are singles of us. There are people out here that are excited, let me tell you. Multiple people. Not even measurable on one hand if you were also holding things in that hand. You know, like if I was like holding a Malteser, I'd have to be like, you know, it'd be tricky. I wouldn't be able to show you how many people are excited to see this thing on Bedrock. IBX Slicker, I'm sorry for spamming in the past. Can you read my chats again, especially the last one? I feel like your last chat says 6, by the way. So I will read that. Thank you very much. 6 is what it would sound like if I was describing fornication and I was from New Zealand. You know, just a little bit of 6. Okay, I took out convert to Java when. Honestly, I think I'm going to convert to Switch. I think no render distance is the fun way to play Minecraft. Like, we take for granted how much better Minecraft is when we can see. And we forget how much fun it can be to relive your old laptop vibes. But you don't need an old laptop to play Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch. You just don't need it. No matter how bad people might tell you you do. Side note, this is about to break. So we'll just make another one. Oh, I haven't dealt with ender pearls yet, chat. Oh, yeah. Should do that, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's work something out for that. Oh, I was. Yeah, I'll just get out of here ASAP. I think that's gonna be my plan. If I get a happy ghast, that'd be cool. Could bring him to the end, hydrate him for that end fight, right? But yeah, let's wait and see. 6 is the most underrated Resident Evil game. Oh, everyone likes 6, right? Everyone likes 6. Okay, this is a dead end for me. Okay, dead. If I want to get back to my spawn, I think it's like up there on a cliff or something. Yeah, I need to get round this somehow. I guess I could just place a bunch of the Nevrak in the void. You know, what could go wrong with placing Nevrak into the void? Oh, this is what could go wrong with that as an idea. Okay, so, chat, this is the best bet, I think. I'm just going to bridge across nothing using Nevrak. If I have other blocks, I could switch to those when things get spicy. And then I won't be destroyed instantly. So we'll just wait for that. And then I'll also replace my pickaxe with a crossbow. This is the best method, chat. There's no better way. You'll have to trust me on this one. What could go wrong when you bridge across a big pile of lava and you have no boss? Ultimately, you're up to the game's fate, but in the end, you'll find that there is no weight, because all the weight has been lifted off my shoulders. There's none of it on there anymore. I'm bridging in the nether where there I can be ghasts, but I haven't seen one just yet. Do 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 do. Chat, this is going flawlessly so far. Gotta say, I have very little recovery plan. But it is working for me, right? It's working for me. As soon as I get close to this thing on the left, I can just start unbridging and running if I hear a gas noise. And then if I get my ideal, I'll run to this one on the right, I think. Oh no, I want to go left, not right. So my portal should be up there. Ah, it is, but there's gas up there too, so I'm gonna uncrouch just to be ready for it shooting at me, as it inevitably will try to do so. And yeah, this is working perfectly, chat. Do. Where are the ghasts? They're all in the basalt delta. No, yeah, you're so used to the number of ghasts you get on forced simulation distance that you don't realize that, like, actually, they're meant to be a rare mob. It's meant to be a, oh god, rather than a, yes, there will always be 2 ghasts on my screen. It should be a surprise when there are not. So let's just jumpity-doo all the way to the top. Okay, working pretty well so far. And okay, we're here. I can go back to the overworld, which would be nice. I could bring my horse in, right? Got this lovely little pathway that I've made for myself. Got some potion ingredients, and I could make myself potions, chat. But yeah, I need to go trading. I don't have enough to count that as a plan. But what else are we gonna do? Actually, I think I could get back on a horse, ride my pathway that I've just made with that horse. In fact, let's put my blaze rods safely at home. This is a decent bank strategy. Also, hey, love your videos, says Sean. Thank you, Sean, for loving my videos. Your love of my videos is what makes the videos possible. And so I am appreciative that you do so. Because otherwise they wouldn't be possible and you couldn't love them. And it's nice that you can, because they are possible. Okay, so then we're going to put some gravel away, some leaf litter away, maybe. The boots away. And yeah, this is pretty decent otherwise. I'll put the emeralds away. In there, though. And yeah, this is all I need to worry about. Besides my blaze rods. And we'll take some food out of it. Oh no, I thought I had so much food, but I guess it was my golden carrots. Yeah, this is good. I'll take my snout trim out too. And then just to make sure that we don't have a terrible time, I'll put my jukebox down here with everyone's favorite banger playing on loop. And then we'll send our horse through to the nether. You know, does the horse need to go to the nether, chat? I would argue no. Dealt with that nether like a pro Minecrafter. 0 deaths in that nether, chat. I died to a cave 4 times today, but I dealt with a pretty tricky nether pretty easily. And I want to give myself some credit before we move on. So, some extra bread might be useful. I'll put that in here. Oh, that's where I'm going to put those. And then I'll set my respawn point, like, right here, just to make it, like, abundantly clear that that's where I want to go. Oh, considering the start of the run, it's been going pretty well. Thank you. I think so, too. Yeah, things are going pretty well so far, chat. Things are going pretty well so far. But can they get any better? Well, the best thing that could happen would be us getting a bunch of ender pearls and just being able to walk out of the nether. So if I recall correctly, what is... Okay, I'm going to go back to the Bastion, chat. I've dealt with everything so well so far. Who's to say I can't deal with the Bastion? Who is to say, chat? So this is not the way that I took previously. But it will probably get me to the same place. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet. So let's just keep mining through here delicately. I've got a very weak pickaxe. Let's just bridge over. You know what, chat? Let's just do it. I've proven that this is a successful strategy. And therefore it will work for me being lost right now. Not that that is true, of course. But it would be handy were I to be lost. Okay, so I remember coming out there. There's my staircase. So then I must have crossed over to here. And then ran across into there. And then we'll find some piglins just hanging out. And there's the fortress. Okay, there's the bastion. It is very, very close. So my plan, my hope, my dreams are that I get enough from the trading with the piglins that none of this other stuff becomes necessary, chat. That is the vision. Let's see how that matches with reality. Okay, so first of all, this Enderman here. He's a free kill. He's literally hanging out, waiting to be looked at the wrong way. So let's look at him the wrong way, you know? Then we stand here to make sure that they come that they come to the front and not the back. Perfectly here, looks fine. And then we attack him. Ideally, he doesn't fall down holes. And we should end up with some nice ender pearls. I've got one so far, chat. I would like to have more than that. Oh, please come back. Oh no, I'm outside. Okay, you two. You have got to come back also. I'm surprised that there are so many Endermen just in this random biome right here. But I'll take it, I guess. Where are you? Oh no! No, 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 no. Okay, eat right now. And then stand about here. Because this is where we need to be. I think he's given up on me. There's a ghast still. There's an angry Enderman somewhere. Oh, there he is. So yeah, I'm gonna die if I get hit again. And I'll crouch as I do so. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting the second kill, chat. It's just not going well for me. I don't know why, but he doesn't seem to want to. There we go. So 2 Enderman kills, and we got 1 Ender pearl. I didn't notice the first one, but that's good. Now we need to go get some trades. I'm looking for a wandering batch of piglins. Or we could go into this place. Now this is one of the most dangerous ways to get Ender pearls, but I think that it's gonna be perfectly fine. And admittedly, I've thought it's gonna be fine many times before it wasn't fine, but this time I'm feeling safer about it, you know? Your mic is so quiet, I have to turn it up and it makes the game loud. It's probably because I'm looking over here and the microphone's over here. Bad microphone etiquette. My apologies. So let's just get down, I guess. Okay. Okay, that's one way down. And then let's mine our way in. Is this a good spot? Looks like it is to me. Check around for any piglins. If there's a brute, we light them on fire, obviously. Before anything else happens. We can't... If we attack a brute head-on, we're dead, we're boned. It's a problem. That looks like a brute to me. Am I mistaken? Pour some lava on him if so. He's very dead, chat. He's so dead. And here's some extra gold. Perfect. Extra golden carrots, too. And a Smite 2 sword. Nice little upgrade from my Smite 1, I would say. Just a little. Just a little. So it looks like he did die. I didn't hear the death noise. Oh, he managed to escape. Amazingly. That's a problem. That's a very big problem. So just try that again. There we go. That should be good. So now that he's dead, we're going to have to kill any other piglins who noticed that I just did what I did. Look at how much gold there is down there, chat. That is enough to get all the ender pearls I could ever want. If I can just get in and out safely. So that is a second... Oh, no, it's the second brute, I think. I'm just incorrectly assuming he's dead before he is. So I'm going to come into the middle here. I'm going to look around. And I'm going to try and just drop some lava on these guys' head. That has to be the strategy that works. And once they're all dead, I'll go in and I'll mine the rest if no one else is around. I also have to defeat the magma spawner. Chat, I've never done this successfully, but I'm feeling today's a good one. I'm feeling today is a good one for it. Okay, so we'll do it from here. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Lava. Oh, it's such a... We have to drop it from such a height. By the time we drop it, They're already gone from the spot I'm dropping it on. Come on, fellas. Come on, you're making this tricky for me. Can you please consider me when you do your movements? Why did you move the mic? Can you set up? Oh, it's just when I'm playing the Switch. My monitor's over here. No, I've been very annoyed actually. So I've been doing the standard thing of like trying to work out what is causing all of my issues. And so I've been reinstalling drivers for everything. Or what's crazy is installing the latest drivers for my microphone has caused this little crackling audio that only shows up 1 in every 10 recording sessions. Again, there is nothing you can do to drive someone crazier if they're trying to fix a problem than have that problem be non-repeatable. Okay, chat. It's so hard to burn this guy alive. Come on. Lava. Pull into it. Come on. He's making life very tricky for me right now. Okay, so we're dropping it there. And then I'll go a block over here. And we'll drop it here. He's definitely going to come back this way eventually. So we'll get him when he does. And so once we've gotten rid of the piglin brutes, at least the big bad ones, then we're going to go lower down and we're going to have to destroy that magma cube spawner. That is going to be a nightmare. Come on. Okay, just one more block further forward. And we can do this. Okay, is he going to be dead? I better hear piglin cooking noises. There we go. Piglins are cooking. Okay, so now the piglin brutes from down there are dead. We can head down there and we can destroy the magma cube spawner. This is a magma cube spawner for Stronghold. That's really good for if you're trying to make, what is that weird block that no one cares about anymore? But if you're trying to make those, it's great. For everyone else, it's a bit of a pain. So I'm trying to fall down. Make a little safety buffer. And we have to now destroy the spawner before coming back in here. Chat, where is that spawner? Is it under the bridge here? Okay, there it is. Oh, that was so perfectly located. So now there might be a magma cube somewhere, but it's mostly gone as an issue. Then we're going to make ourselves a crafting table. The moment we start mining this gold, we're going to have a problem on our hands. So we're going to have to mine ourselves an escape route right now. As silly as this sounds. Okay, let's get in here. Okay, so I'm going to now block off any access for any piglins. Build a wall. Keep them away from me. Oh, now we need to mine an escape route for ourselves. So we mine these blocks. And then we're going to fill it with gravel. Chat, this is going so well so far. Also, froglight, and people very much still care. I haven't seen someone use froglights in so long. I know I've got a very niche sub-select community here, arguably. But it is still an interesting data point. Okay, so that's just a single block. We remove that. And then we can place a block down there and remove that. And we can make a little staircase out there, chat. Okay. Yeah, just down and down and down. And... oh, no. We're going to make an escape tunnel, chat. That goes down below all of this. Okay, this is my escape tunnel. Once I'm out... okay, so now once we're in this layer, we're good. We can just keep going. Okay, chat, the escape tunnel has been dug. The escape tunnel is dug. Now I just have to get all this gold in one piece and then find piglins to trade it with. I also have to mine the chest, but I'll do that after, I think. Because this is a much more intense task. Go, 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 go. I don't care how much of this I get. If I get most of it, I'm happy. Okay. Every piglin in the place is going to get mad all at the same time. Some of them are going to start shooting me. Some of them are going to probably try and jump on me. All that matters is I get most of these. Because this is so much gold, chat. I have 22 blocks of gold, plus a diamond sword. That's nice. Oh, plus a diamond chest plate, plus a netherite template and a netherite ingot. What a wonderful combo that all was. Now I just get out of here. Not my problem anymore. I'm going away from this. I place a block behind me just in case someone does manage to get there. And I made out like a bandit, chat. Look how wonderful that was. Then we go even better and we upgrade our chest plate. And we officially are wearing a little bit of everything. Very, very wonderful. Perfect! When does that ever get... also, Doug, the escape channel, says Pout. Yeah, we've named the escape tunnel, obviously. Yeah, I'll say hi to Doug for you, Justin Delisle. This is going so well, it's suspicious. Ah, why would you say that, pickled witch? Okay, so remove that. Is the lava going to respawn? It is. So we can't go that way. We have to start going up now. It's dangerous to dig up in the nether when lava is concerned. But let's get out of it. Chat! Oh! I think that went flawlessly. I mean, it could still go horribly. I hear piglin noises. So now we have to mine up the side of this to get out. You're not going to find piglins at the very edge block here, so it's a safe set of blocks to mine. Unless you got really lucky and enter the nether in the right biome from a mangrove swamp or going creative, croplites are almost impossible to get. Oh, yeah. It's a pain. It's one of those pains where it's like, I wasn't having fun in Minecraft doing it, so I just stopped. And it's fun to have tasks like that, right? Also, Neverite Shovel Time says G-Bay. Hey, good to see you, G-Bay. Hope you're doing well. Excellently done, Toycat, says Captain River. I know, right? I know. You genuinely are doing so well. The strategy is brilliant, says Causology. Yeah, I am surprised at how well it has all gone. This is my lucky Nintendo Switch edition. Again, not that anyone needs proof. You know, like the 5 render distance cap was the proof, but you know. It's going wonderfully. We could probably just mine into this at this point. Although we might find lava here. We wouldn't find in the... Oh, okay. We're somewhere, chat. Are we at the top? Ah, we're in the lava. That is the top, I think. So let's go this way. Everything's going so swell. I would hate to ruin it. Yeah, this is where we are. We're at the... Yep, we're out here, chat. Just have to find some piglins to trade with now. And then mine some blocks while I trade with the others. The best place to find piglins is, of course, the bastion, but I might have burned some bridges. Not literally there, thankfully. And, but with the Crimson Forest here, we'll do just fine. 22 gold blocks should guarantee I'm getting some ender pearls. And a diamond sword. Guarantee I have. Nice. You see any piglins? I see like one, and then it looks like he's just despawned. I think it might be worth coming back in here. As silly as it seems. If they've stopped caring, which is really possible, piglins have a very short memory. Ooh, I was already here. Yeah, I think they've stopped caring. Let's just run back in, therefore. Okay, is he gonna shoot me? He doesn't look like he wants to shoot me. But I only see one guy up here and 2 guys down there. I think I killed too many piglins to actually find value in this strategy. So let's come back out here and see if maybe there's some piggies hanging around. You seeing any, chat? Nope, just the zombie guys. Yeah, this part of the strategy isn't usually the bottleneck. Like, finding piglins isn't usually considered to be hard. But life finds a way. So through here we go. Wait, was that? I swear to God, I saw a piglin there, chat. Was that a mirage? Must have been. I don't think you killed all the brutes. I don't see any brutes. Therefore, they must all be dead. This is flawless logic. I am using my senses to determine this. Should we just stack up and go closer to home and find someone out there? Let's do that. Your horse is enjoying some lovely grass right now. My horse is actually struggling with the object permanence and realizing that he is a figment of someone's imagination, because every time that person turns away, he feels like he stops existing, and then he does stop existing, and then the next moment in his consciousness, immediately, I've gone through a lot of changes. The last time he saw me, I was going into the portal, and literally a split second later, I'm coming out but wearing diamonds. Chat, where are the piglins at? Where are the piglins at? They've got to be somewhere. I assume. There's a lot of zombie piglins. I could kill those. It'd give me something to do while I wait for the regular piglins. Yeah, very disappointed in this. I should have just killed Enderman. I took a riskier solution that genuinely looks like it's going to be slower by the time we actually get some stuff done. You can't place blocks on the nether roof in Bedrock. It's super difficult. Oh, I think it... Yeah, it's just impossible. They've limited the dimension height. They never increased it when they increased the overworld. It's interesting that they... It's interesting that on Bedrock there are 3 different dimension heights. But yeah, we'll just run back this way and hope that when we come here, a piglin has spawned. They're usually everywhere. You know, when you don't have gold armor on and you're trying to avoid them, you find piglins everywhere, chat, let me tell you. Also, I've got 53 gold nuggets. I'm going to craft those into ingots, because that seems like it would be useful. So, ingot time. Wait, what did I just do? I'm crafting the wrong type of thing. Ah! Yeah, that makes sense. That happening makes perfect sense. Not mad. Entirely expected. So, I'm going to put some of the sweet berries in the bundle, drop the other ones on the ground, and then we're going to conclude that there are no piglins today. And so it was... Hey, piglins! Okay, 4 of them. That's a good number, too. So, just kind of put some near him to make sure he gets in on the action. Now we put this down, and this down, and this down. We're going to get so many items, chat. We're going to get so many items. Then we get another stack to put down, if you'll believe it. And then we start... Oh, ender pearls! Ender pearls already. Love it. Then we'll put this stack down. And then we're going to mine some gold blocks if we can find any nearby. If we can't, we'll just grab our own gold blocks and mine those instead. And so every time you mine a block, they trade. It is weird behavior that they have kept. And it's perfectly fine when they do so. There's plenty of trades being made, and that's 8 ender pearls. It's a good number if you ask me. So I'll put 37 more of these down, and then I'll mine the same 4 blocks again. I'll make sure I eat some golden carrots in case they come charging at me. And then we mine, and we mine, and we mine. See any more ender pearls? I don't. And then we mine, and we mine, and we mine, and we mine. So I need like 2 more ender pearl trades. Maybe 1 if I'm lucky. Would be fine. But I'm going to need some more trades for sure, chat. So they need to go through with these. Ooh, come on. One pair of ender pearls. That's all I'm looking for here, friends. Just a pair. I've gotten so much other junk. I cannot stress enough how much of that is junk. But I'll just keep going. Trade, trade. Honestly, if you had to trade at real speed, I think very few people would. But then that, to me, is a sign that the piglins need, like, a built-in trade faster mechanism. Very strange. Rage baiting the piglins. More or less, Jive. Also, Mohammed! Hey, go. Thank you for becoming the 429th channel member. Hope you enjoy the access to all the fun benefits, including the new green name in chat. Okay, so 2 more. There we go. And 2 more. There we go. Yeah, chat, I don't think we're coming out there with all the ender pearls we need. I don't think it's happening. We can believe all we like. Hey! Okay. We can believe all we like. And maybe that's good enough. Yeah, actually, I think that might be. Okay, I think with that, I think my pessimism is turning into optimism, because we're gonna craft the last 14 ingots. We're gonna drop them all down, put them in this big pile. Oh, there's a lot in this pile. Actually, I didn't realize just how much. I'm gonna drink one of these fire resistances because I'm sure there's a lot more coming. And that's 14 ender pearls. Okay, so everything else that comes is now a bonus. Wonderful. I'll switch this out for some fire resistance. Switch that out for some crying obsidian. So I'd love some crying obsidian. I could make a crying nether portal. Yeah, perfect, chat. Things have gone very well for me today. I'm going to replace nether bricks with some iron nuggets, I think. If I can. Soul sand, string, fire charge, nether brick, iron nuggets. I want to get all the iron nuggets because they can add up to being something worthwhile. It looks like they already have. So then we'll craft some iron. Then we'll pick up some more. Yeah, chat. 14 ender pearls. Not a bad result at all. 64 again, so we'll craft some more. Not a, oh, and some more ender pearl. Oh my god, this is... I'm rolling in it now. I now have 18 ender pearls, chat. It's worked out very, very, very well, let me say. Chat, I have a thing that requires me to leave the house in about 10 to 15 minutes. I am pleasantly and happily surprised by how this is going. But I think that means we've basically got ourselves a timer to beat Minecraft by, or we've got to go. So as much as I would love to see these trades out... Oh, I can see all the trades out. Look at what we've got now. It's crazy. What I'm going to do, chat, I've got to be fast. I've all of a sudden got to go into speedrunner mode. And so do you know what that means I'm going to do? I'm going to get home as fast as I can. And that doesn't mean going back to my... Actually, my horse is probably an important thing. I'm going to make myself a new portal to go back into with my horse. No, I'll go back in via the old portal and... Oh, dear God. It's going very poorly. Lots of mobs all of a sudden. I agree with James Weston. What did James Weston say? I hope it was good. James Weston, I can't read your message, but I can say that it is vouched for. Which, you know, the whole vouching for system is one of the reasons why communities like this work. Okay, ooh, having someone to be like, oh yeah, this person's good. And then when that person's not good, having someone to be like, can you talk to this person? You said they would be good, and then they were not. Or, because, you know, sometimes it's like a genuine misunderstanding. They're like, I thought I was being good by constantly asking to see pictures of people's feet. But now I am realizing that some people do not like that. Okay, we're going to go back to the overworld as fast as possible. The easiest way to do that is you make a portal near your other portal. But I'm so close by I don't need to do it. Then I'm going to throw an ender pearl, and I'm going to travel through the nether for the minimum distance to get a brand new portal. And that's going to be my fast way of doing it. I'll bring the horse with me, if it's the right direction. So just to be clear, I want it to be in the negative X direction, or the positive X direction. If it's Z, I'm boned and I can't bring my horse. Let's do it, chat. So negative, what did I say, Z or X? Whichever one I said, that's what we want. So let's go. Time is running out. I'm a vouch myself, says Antonio Xavier. See, that does not work. Effectively, that's what a society is. That's what a lot of online places can be. And that's what trying to meet someone on Tinder is someone vouches for themselves. They vouch by saying, look at all these photos I have of me with other women, or with women in general. Also, let's make the sword netherite. I think I would feel... I think the sword being netherite makes the most sense. And then let's also trim something to be snout trim. So let's go. We're going to make a netherite sword. Oh, I have to make the smithing template first. The smithing table. Where's the smithing table? Here's the smithing table. Okay, chat. We're going to be really, really fast. I'm in speedrunning mode right now. I can't trim the sword with that, but I can trim the sword with this. And doesn't it feel nice to have a netherite sword? I hope it does, because I have one. Then we're going to take our diamond chest plate, and we're going to trim it using copper, I guess, actually. Okay, there we go. Put some copper on there. And then put the snap. Damn it, this is... it's so hard to work on Nintendo platforms when you're not used to them. There we go. Nice copper trim for me. Look how beautiful I look. Then we're going to throw our first Eye of Ender. We'll make just 10 right now. Throw our first one and see which direction it's going in. It's negative X. I think I said negative X was good earlier. So let's bring the horse into the nether. Let's go negative X and let's do it. I took photos of my feet for a program that's definitely meant to determine my shoe size. Did not enjoy. Hopefully it's someone's passion project. Okay, so let's go. Oh, yeah. Negative X, chat. No, wait. Yeah, negative X is where we're trying to go. Also, that's my thing. I'm going to sleep in a bed before we go. No, I'll sleep in a bed. No, I'll sleep in a bed first. Now, let's sleep now. Get out of my bed. Let's go. Let's go. There's so little time to go. Let me sleep. There we go. Let's have a nice little drink. Okay. I've never found a stronghold and beaten the end in 10 minutes without expecting to on a random seed before. but there's a day for everything, chat, and this is that day. Okay. Oh! No, 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 I have a fire resistance! Where is it? Well, as a reminder, no amount of render distance. I was so excited for that. Everything went so well. And it's the... Just... And if I'd have died a second earlier, if I'd have died the last time I was there, I wouldn't have lost everything. But as it stands, I am 2 hours and 11 minutes into Minecraft, and it's all gone. Every single thing. Oh wait, my netherite sword will be floating, chat. Okay. The good news is, I might have lost my entire run. Chat, I was so excited. I was sure we'd find a good stronghold. So you should be able to see my netherite sword floating in the mess. I can't though. Should we get a hay bale so we can go down? Actually, let's use the horse. Pro tip, horses don't survive fools, but they can stop you from dying to them. Oh, horses can survive fools. Okay, look at that right there, chat. It's not starting afresh right now. And that's why, even in this moment, you should never give up. Never give up, chat. You never know. Oh, no. You never know what you can salvage. And even in this moment, I wouldn't give up. But I have somewhere I've got to be. And I need to leave the front door in 8 minutes, chat. So, I hope you all enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Can I beat Minecraft Switch with minimum render distance? The answer is technically no. Because the loading of the Nether was so slow that I walked into lava. And that sucks. Also look, it's the standard Nether experience where there's 2 ghasts on you at all times. And eventually one of them will murder me to death. But yeah, I have a diamond sword. And that's nice. This is all because you didn't turn up anti-aliasing and set graphics to simple. So this was fun, and I'll see you on Friday, or this weekend, for a chill Toy Cats Let's Play World stream. I didn't get to respond to as much chat as I'd like to today. I know there was a lot of good stuff going on. And also good Toy Cat tips, secure your Nether portal. Yeah, also, that is true. Secure your Nether portal, your AI girlfriend won't do it for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you for chill time with Toy Cat later. Goodbye. Also, look, I wanted to earn achievements. I'm sure I would have got one today, but I can't because it won't let me sign in correctly.